We are at Thursday, and gosh, time's just flying by. Um, Hope everybody's doing well. I gotta go get a test here in just a few minutes. It's a physical or an imaging exam, so I'm gonna make this quick because I wanted to make sure I got out here at about the same time I normally try to. And anyway, enough of that small talk. I can't stand that. Anyway, so this last um, little piece that I want to throw out here is about the the community of Christians are looking at um, using things like cannabis or alcohol or any of those things. They're looking at it from that spiritual sort of lens. So they might kind of go to, you know what? If I use that, it's gonna be a stumbling block for my unbeliever friend or for my family who sees the real me in the within the walls of the home, and they're like, "You think you're a Christian, but you're not." That happens. Um, but what we need to consider is this stumbling block thing. So, because I can totally remember my mother, she wanted to be able to sip on a glass of wine. She liked wine, nothing wrong with that. She liked it, but she didn't drink it much because she would say, I don't want to be a stumbling block to my friends or unbelievers if they see me drinking wine. So that, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, why do you have to hide something that actually, a little bit of wine every day is not harmful if it's just a small amount, if you stick within the normal serving size for a female, which is 1 2 ounce pour of wine. And if you drink a red wine, then you're getting the antioxidants that come along with that particular type of wine. But anyway, I digress. So in 1 Corinthians 8 9 to 13, Paul is speaking to the Corinthians, and he's telling them that the meat that used to be offered to idols was now okay to eat after the death of Christ, because his death freed us from the law that said don't eat that meat. This is the scripture that most church leaders quote when they're admonishing Christians to not drink alcohol. And of course, now that cannabis has become prominent in the medical and recreational use space, they're going to use this same scripture most likely to admonish people for using cannabis. So the problem is it should be across the board. And I've already kind of mentioned this. So, like, if you watch too much TV, if you eat too much food, like in a gluttonous type situation, like just give me all the food kind of thing, and you know that it's not good for you, if you're on social media all the time, if you say controversial things on social media that are going to affect your reputation, all of these things are stumbling blocks if you're a Christian. So, it's again, it's a real gray area. The list could go on, and I personally believe that everything should be done in moderation. So, the TV, the social media, certainly don't say controversial things on social media. So, drinking a glass of wine with dinner is not a stumbling block, where if you drink a whole bottle of wine with dinner, that's probably a stumbling block. Using cannabis daily to get high, just to be stoned and to kind of give it that sort of, stigma that we're trying to break, that could be a stumbling block to unbelievers. And of course, if you're using that in moderation as medicine. So, like what I do, I'll just tell you what I do. So, in the evening, I will take like maybe 2 puffs off my dryer vaporizer, and that is going to be a strain of cannabis that is going to help me relax and help me sleep. Sleep is the thing that drives me. If I don't sleep well, everything else just goes haywire. So that's my big thing. That's why I was on Ambien for 12 years, because I didn't sleep good. So that's what pushes me to try to find the sweet spot so I can sleep. So the next thing I do is I make my own edibles, and I know exactly how much THC is in there, and I'll take one of those, probably around 9 or 9:30. And that's going to last 6 or 7 hours. So that's my like my my security blanket that I'm actually going to sleep for a while. Now here's the thing. I'll wake up, I'll go to the bathroom, I'll lay down, probably have a hot flash because that usually happens. But sometimes my mind just goes, and I can't shut it down. So the other thing I do before bed is I use this product. It's sleep spray. Let me grab it. Okay, this is it. It's sleep spray. It's from Q Sciences, and I do have in my website. There's a link to be able to order this. It's not very much. I think it's like if you order it retail, I think it's like I don't know, maybe over $20. But this will last a month, and it's got skullcap in it and hops and I think some valerian. I can't see the tiny print, but it's also got lavender. It has 5-HTP in it, which is a precursor to serotonin. And serotonin is going to help you sleep if it's balanced correctly. So let's see. I've done the 2 hits, the edible and then the sleep spray. And then if I wake up in the night and I'm having trouble going back to sleep, I just put a little lavender in my hand. I rub that around. I inhale that, and this is also weird that I'm telling you all this stuff. But I also have this app on my iPad. It's Sleep Melodies, and I'll turn on the the rain one, and I don't know, I go back to sleep. Some nights all that doesn't work, and I think it has to do with hormonal stuff. So nothing is perfect by any means. We're always going to have these ebbs and flows in our health, in our hormones, in our mindset and all that kind of stuff. But I talked to Jesus in the night too, let me tell you. And sometimes I get stuck on a song and I try to change the song. I'm a mess. I'm just a mess. You guys want to really listen to me? But I'm just being real. This is just my life. So anyway, that's what I got about cannabis and in the Christian community. And again, I put Jesus first. He's first in my life. I do not make cannabis an idol. It should not be an idol because then you're making a mistake. So it is used, I use it for medicine, period. I use CBD during the day. It's not psychoactive, so I don't feel anything from that, but I know that I'm getting medicine when I use it. And I'm happy with the way things are going. So if you guys have questions, please reach out to me. You can send me a message in Messenger. You can go to my website and send me messages through that, and that's cannabisremedy.org. I do have a coaching program. I would love to be able to help some people out with finding the right thing that will work for you, whatever your issue is, and we can deal with all kinds of issues in that. So anyway, that's what I'm talking about this week, and it was last week as well. It was kind of a longer topic. So next week I'm not sure what's going to happen then. I do not have a blog post for this week, so you won't be getting one of those in your email if you get my emails. So, and if you want my emails, just go to my website and you can sign up there, or you can send me a message at schurchpac@gmail.com. All right, you guys have a good day.